Hi, it's Megan. I don't ever appear in public without makeup, let alone on YouTube. And I usually don't do a script when I do videos, but today I've got a little bit more notes than normal. I've wanted to do a recovery makeover for a long time. For those who've suffered and are on the upswing, we've all suffered in different ways in our life, young, old. Entering the world vulnerable, recovering, we sometimes just have to suck it up. So I decided to do this with no makeup, and I'll explain why. In my early teens, I read Estee Lauder's biography, and in it she said one sign that a woman's on an upswing from a bad event or a traumatic event is that she got reinterested in her appearance and started buying makeup, especially lipstick. So Estee Lauder created the gift with purchase, and she always tried to include a lipstick, particularly a bright lipstick, with the gift to boost the customer's self-esteem. And I've always remembered that comment. Recently, a confluence event just really got to me, and that's the actual reason I'm doing the video now. Been wanting to do it, but that's it. There's been a makeup video with cancer patients where they do these crazy looks and they take pictures of them. I think that's a great thing, but it ignores the impact that makeup has on our everyday lives. I'm all of a sudden into makeup, but I like the colors, I like playing with it, but makeup really creates a kind of a concept of who we are. It provides both a shield and also a vulnerability to the world. Talia recently on her blog, she's a makeup blogger, she talked about the NARS by Boudan collection, and she decided not to review it but still did pictures. This is one of the pictures. I can see where it's not appropriate. There are bruises on the model's face. And I grew up in an abusive household, and I'm really not ready to talk about it, quite honestly, but it's an important thing, and all of us have something to recover from, and makeup helps us build who we are. When you grow up in an abusive household, you learn not to speak. I also then worked as a technology investment banker, being a woman very often alone in a world of men, and again, you just learn to kind of suck it up and go with it and not say anything. I recently completed a Draper University, Tim Draper's online school in entrepreneurship. It was an online beta program. He has an offline regular program, and I did an interview related to it, and a mom scholarship that he is giving to someone. And I remember telling the reporter that someone I had worked with told me that I couldn't have a full-time job because I was a mom. And I thought, you know what, at a certain point I'm just tired of staying quiet. And so I'm tired of staying quiet. Then there was a recent article written by, and I've got my whole list of names here, Diana Forchgott-Roth, who's the former chief economist, U.S. Department of Labor, and now at the Manhattan Institute, where she said women don't want to be CEOs. So I was already thinking about a recovery video showing how makeup really does help us recover. But now I want to say, you know what, when you look at the brands that I buy, most of them have women CEOs, women founders, or people that are supporting women. And you know what, women do want to be CEOs. So this is my best effort. I have something to say. I'm saying it in makeup. Makeup helps us recover. It helps us face the world from strength. And I'm going to show you how. So first of all, we start like this. We enter the world with nothing on our face. And we learn to hide, to give away, to do whatever we think is appropriate. We build masks. So first I'm going to start with, I'm going to keep it quick because I don't like long videos, Coconut Shimmer Body Lotion. Anita Roddick, a woman. She founded this company, built it into a huge, massive conglomerate. We put this on our hands, not so that we can slip out of things, but so that our hands are nourished and able to take on the responsibility that as women we need to take on. See, I get emotional. We take on responsibility. The next is for my face. Kate Somerville, another woman here in Los Angeles. This is a skincare product. This is my actual favorite skincare product ever, and I can't open it. This is the Quench Hydrating Serum. We put this on our face before we put on our moisturizer. Not because we want to fight aging altogether, but because we want to face the world at our absolute best. Then we put on a moisturizer. Because you know what? Life's going to wear us down. And we need to build up our defenses. I should have brought a sunscreen too, but I didn't, so this is going to have to do. I don't have a woman-made sunscreen, although Kate Somerville does one. Stilla, another woman, Janine Lodell. So we put on a moisturizer on our face so that we don't get beaten down by the elements that we have to face every day. Then we need to put on a primer. Why do we put on a primer? Because you know what, we're not trying to gloss over anything, we're not trying to hide, but if we can make ourselves a little bit more flawless, and this comes to education too, if we can educate ourselves and add that extra polish so that we're more competitive in the real world, all of us women should be doing it. There's no reason not to have the right foundation and the right underpinnings, the right ground underneath our foundation. Foundation is next. So that we can be competitive. Next foundation, Kat Von D, makeup artist, reality star, and someone who really had to fight hard to find herself. I use an Urban Decay brush. I use Urban Decay, I guess, twice. Sandy Lerner and Zobnier and David Soward. A woman, Sandy. Put a foundation on. Because you know what, in life, everything starts with a good foundation. And a foundation brush is just the way that we get it on better, and we make it stronger, and we make it lasting long. Now, I'm trying to look like a mask, and that's what we're building. We all face the world with a mask on our face. It's just a question of how much we decide we want to disclose. But we all have our defenses, and somehow we have to get past them and let people see the real us. But let's start with a good foundation that hides the blemishes, the path, the pain, and lets people know that, you know what, regardless of what we've suffered or gone through, we're still polished together and able to succeed. Next, we're going to go back to Urban Decay since we're already on Urban Decay. And we're going to do a little brow box. And what we're going to do, I'm not really good with my little brow box. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do what I do, which is take a little bit of the wax and coloring and just kind of straighten out my brows. Because you know what? I'm never going to be perfect, but I can make sure that the structure of what I do is perfect. The work I do can at least be polished, and it can be professional, and it can be profound. Then we're going to do a concealer, because you know what, there are things that people just don't want to hear about, things that in our life are a problem. There's no reason why we have to disclose everything. This is from Benefit, Confessions of a Concealerholic. Benefit was founded by two sisters, Jean and Jane Ford, in San Francisco, right near my hometown. So we're going to take the concealer and we're just going to wipe away all that stuff that really nobody needs to know about, and we just don't want to remember. We're not hiding it completely. We're just saying, you know what, it doesn't need to be in everyone's face every day. Sure, it's there, but you know what, it's not going to slow me down. Then we're going to do powder, because we want to get that added polish, and we're just going to say, you know what, the past is there, but we've moved beyond it, and we're going to just make sure that we can present a polished front to the world and not let us slow us down. What you do after that is you take blush, because we're going to take a really upbeat attitude toward the world. We're going to put that rosy smile on, that varnish, and we're just going to say, you know what, I'm alive. And the blood that beats and gives me that rosiness in my cheek, it shows me that as long as I can breathe, there's hope, and I'm breathing. So we took the color out of our face, and now we're putting it back in. And this is by Josie Marin, ex-model and a woman here in Los Angeles. MAC was not, to my knowledge, founded by a woman. And there was controversy with the NARS Guy Bourdon thing. And by the way, I love NARS products, and I supported Temptalia in not covering it. I then bended and did buy some of the products because I love them. I'm not judging NARS so much, but I'm not sure that I support his decision on that. But anyway, a lot of people complained about Rihanna and MAC and said that Rihanna was a victim of domestic abuse. Okay, I grew up in an abusive home. It's not that easy sometimes to say no and to get past all of those those wounds. Sometimes we bond with our abuser. So I'm picking the Rihanna collection. This is the Hibiscus Kiss as a bronzer to show, you know what, Rihanna, even successful as she is, she's still subject to falling into those bad patterns from her past and falling into abuse. You know, we just don't get past it that easily. So the bronzer is to show both the shadows in our face and our life and how they can work for good or bad to move us forward or to hold us back. And I think that Rihanna has shown us that despite the shadows she still has, she's able to move forward a little bit. Perfume break. Estee Lauder. I was thinking, what do I have this Estee Lauder? But then I thought this Modern Muse sample is perfect. Let's be the muse of our own life. We don't need inspiration from outside. Let's just inspire ourselves. Then, oh, I forgot one thing. Well, that's okay. What I forgot was an eyeshadow primer, which I'm really kind of bummed I forgot, but we'll just go ahead anyway. Becca. This is a company started by Rebecca Morris Williams, an Australian makeup artist. This is the Rose Gold Skin Perfector. It's basically an illuminator, a luminizer, a shimmer. And let's just add that shimmer to our life, because you know what? We're proud of ourselves and we glow. And there you have it. Let's just glow. Then I have right here, let's go for the eyeshadow next. I have a couple of great products. Laura Mercier, Bare Minerals, started by, well, the ex-chairman of Bare Essentials and creator of Bare Minerals is Leslie Blodgett. I think there was a merger there. So what we're going to do for our eyes, you know what, we just want to see. We want to see enough to make good decisions. We want to see enough to get past our illusions. We want to see enough to educate ourselves so that we can compete in the real world. We want to see enough so that we can know when we're making good decisions and bad decisions. We want to see enough so we can analyze those decisions. So, what I've got here, Laura Mercier, it's Golden Mosaic. This is actually a highlighter, but I wanted to use it to open up my eyes so that I could see better. I'm using the lightest shade right there, kind of a gold. And I'm putting it right under my eyebrows. And this is going to open up my eyes so I can see what's out there. From Bare Minerals, I'm going to take this gray. Again, showing the contrast in life. The shadows and the light. And I'm going to put that right there on my eyelid to help me see it all. And so we don't ignore all parts of our eye, we're going to put just a little underneath. And then I'm going to use a product by Anastasia. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Her last name is Soare, S-A-O-A-R-E. She's a Romanian immigrant. This is a matte highlighter that you put in the inner eye of your corner. And I'm going to put it on my third eye since I do yoga. This is actually a place that when you're using highlighters, you highlight to open up your face and your eyes. So that I can find the source and the divine within me. I'm going to highlight that wisdom that comes from my eyes. Then, it's a little corny, but you know what, when you do enough yoga, you get past it. Tarte, started by Maureen Kelly, a working mom. I'm going to put the mascara on. The mascara is really something that's outer focused. This opens up the eyes, and that's a good thing because maybe we see better. But more than that, it makes us confident. Mascara is when you look at things that women most wouldn't give up, most need when they get ready in the morning, it's mascara. Because you know what, it just makes us pretty, and sometimes it's nice to be pretty. Normally I would have done the eyeliner before I did the mascara, but today I didn't do it. Lorac, a brand started by Carol Shaw, a woman. Eyeliner. And this is going to give me that analysis, because you know what, everyone thinks, but thinking differently sets you apart. Thinking creatively gives you an edge. So this is not a black eyeliner. This is kind of like a teal aqua blue. Look how it opens up the eyes. You know what? Something a little different. Something that not everybody's doing. Yeah, sure. You know what? I blurred it a little bit. It's not so easy to do perfect makeup on the fly, on camera. But you see how that color, it's just different. It sets you apart. Then, I think the eyes, the foundation, the eyes, and the lips are the most important. So we're going to do the lips. We're going to go back to Urban Decay, my favorite, and one of my favorites. And we're going to line the lips. Because when we speak and what we say should be carefully thought about and calibrated, because words have meaning, and once we say them, we can't take them back. So let's think before we speak. Then lipstick by Lipstick Queen, started by Poppy King, a lipstick brand, red. And I picked red because let our words have meaning. Let them really stand for something. Let what we say really stand out. Red is a pop in your face color. There's no reason. Not to just suck it up and play the game like I have for so many years. There's no reason sometimes not to get past that and actually speak up. And then my honorable mention, so this is not a woman-founded company. This is a company founded by two openly gay men. And I thought, you know, that fits, because for so many years certain groups just haven't been able to really speak up and stand up for what they believe in. But these are two men who just embrace the beautiful and just are just open about who they are and about wanting to make life more beautiful for women and for people. So this is Too Faced. This is a few of my favorite things, the set. And what I do is I do a cream blush like I did, but I always put a little pop of color from a powder blush. And that just adds the final polish. So we can go out as women and face the world beautiful and strong and confident and together. And if something like makeup makes you feel better, it makes you feel better about yourself, like Estee Lauder said, you know what, go for it. Women do want to be CEOs, and most of these companies were either founded by or are run by women. And they're doing just fine, and it's not just in makeup. So why not? That's all I have to say about it. But women, we can recover. Makeup isn't frivolous. Anything that makes us feel better about ourselves or empowers us or lets us stand up for what we believe in or take a risk or create something or build something or do something different is a powerful motivator. And sometimes what's inside is better reflected when we're allowed to play around with our appearance and really build it up and build whatever mask we feel we need to have in life to succeed. Thanks.